Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and I'm here to talk about Mya Stone. Yeah, that's right. This has got to be one of the bigger characters I've covered. So much for my little characters. I made you to make it into the show, so technically she still counts, but I don't know. Well, she's kind of not in a lot of it, so maybe she's a bigger character because she seems like she'd be more important. But yeah, so I cover. Excuse me. I cover characters from the Song of Ice and Fire lore, the Song of Ice and Fire, which is the books of the Game of Thrones show, and I take characters that never made it into the show, and I dive into their lore, and then I kind of talk about them at the end, see if there's any cool symbolism I can find, see if there's any predictions or fan theories out there for them. So yeah, I'm going to cover Mya Stone, who's a pretty big one. I do all these in one big long take. I don't do any editing. I kind of like this feeling like I'm talking straight to you, right? Instead of just like Mya Stone, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I can't do that. I'd rather just go bah, 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 and yell at you. And yeah, click like and subscribe if you've never done that before. If you've never been here, subscribe. What's up? You can see me 2 times a week, yo. All right, let's talk about Mya Stone. Mya Stone is a young woman serving House Royce at the Gates of the Moon. She's the eldest of a Robert Baratheon's bastards. I'm going to be saying bastards a lot because she's a bastard. Hopefully you guys are okay with that word. And this is Bastard Week. I covered Damon Sand earlier this week. So yeah, go watch my Damon Sand video. Even if you watched it before, go watch it again. All right. She's the eldest, Robert Baratheon's bastards. Mya serves as a guide on the treacherous rocky climb from the Vale to the Eyrie, leading trains of mules. And she transports foodstuffs and from the foot of the Giant's Lance to the Eyrie. So she climbs a mountain all the time. Men, this is one of her quotes that I love, so I put it right away. So this is something that Mya Stone says, and I love this quote. Men come and go, they lie or die or leave you. A mountain is not a man, though a stone is a mountain's daughter. I trust my father, and I trust my mules. I won't fail. Yeah, she's cool. She's like, I'm a stone. It means I'm the daughter of the mountain. And they're like, daughter of the king. What? I don't need. That's the only dad I need. Your dad's the king. That's the what now? All right. The seed is strong. Mya is a tall, strapping young woman with coal black hair, cut short, and deep blue eyes. Her eyes are said to be her best feature. Mya is said to have a mirthful, lusty personality. She tends to dress in a masculine manner, eschewing dresses for leather. She is definitely her father's daughter. Catelyn Stark judged her for 17 or 18 years old at the beginning of the series. We know for sure she turns 19 later on, so she's probably about around that at the beginning. So yeah, let's get into some parentage here. Oh no, sorry, Gates of the Moon. So I normally cover houses for the second slide. This would have been the third slide because yeah, that one got broke. But I normally cover it for the second slide. But since she's a bastard born, I would do the house that like she's a bastard of. But she's not really a Baratheon, right? So she was never acknowledged from Robert. She didn't really grow up like that. So since she lives at the Gates of the Moon, I'm doing a slide for Gates of the Moon. So yeah, the Gates of the Moon, also known as the Gates, is a castle at the base of the Giant's Lance in the Vale. It is held by Lord Nestor Royce, High Steward of the Vale and Keeper of the Gates of the Moon, on behalf of House Arryn. Larger than the Eyrie, the Gates of the Moon is a stout castle with a moat and a gatehouse, a yard, and a well. Also, it kind of serves as a a winter home, right? When they don't stay at the Eyrie. Erie's small, but it's way up on top of a mountain, so they don't stay there during the winter when it gets really hard to come up and down. So they just go back to down to the Gates of the Moon during the winter. So yeah, anyway, so let's talk about Robert's first child. After Robert Baratheon fathered Mya, his first child, on a commoner while he and Eddard Stark were being fostered in the Vale of Arryn at the court. Why did I say after? Young Robert Baratheon fathered Mya, his first child, on a commoner while he and Eddard Stark were being fostered at the Vale of Arryn at the court of Jon Arryn. So when Jon Arryn was fostering young Nettie and young Robbie, no one calls him either of those things, he conceived Mya. So early on, before he was king or anything like that. When Lyanna Stark, Ned's sister, heard of Mya's birth and parentage, she became less enthusiastic about her betrayal to Robert. I don't blame her. We don't know if she was ever really excited to marry Robert Baratheon. And we all know that he was marrying himself. But so when she found out that he had a bastard, she's like, really? He's already loud and annoying. I'm one to talk. I'm loud and annoying. Okay. Robert, sorry, where was I? Yeah, less enthusiastic about her betrayal. Robert often brought Ned along with his daily visits to see Mya, so he saw her a lot. Even after he lost interest in the mother, he would still show up. Mya remained in the Vale at the Gates of the Moon when Robert became king after Robert's rebellion and took up residence in the Red Keep of King's Landing. So yeah, he would visit her a lot, but ended up ditching her completely. So Robert's first, part 2. So still, longer. At some point after the birth of Prince Joffrey Baratheon, Robert expressed interest in taking one of his baseborn's daughters, that we're all assuming is Mya, to court in King's Landing. Queen Cersei Lannister did not protest, but she spitefully said that the city is not a healthy place for a growing girl, and fearing that Cersei would harm her. Classic Cersei, she'd probably toss her in a well. Robert grew enraged enough to strike her, but did not press the point again because he didn't want to see Mya killed. Mya is somewhat openly known to be the bastard daughter of the king, although she is not acknowledged by her father. She has vague memories of him as a big, strong man tossing her in the air and catching her. I think there was also like a thing about how he liked to put his thumb in her mouth like a pacifier. I think that was like something brought up at one point. My mind's now grabbing that. Yeah. Well, Maddie is a servant of House Arryn and known to gossip, knows the truth. It is unclear if Mya is aware of that the king's her father. You think that since a lot of people know it, she would, but she has not made any mention of it or anything. Like, we don't know. Like, maybe she doesn't know. Okay, so now we're finally getting to the books. Most of this is backstory. That's all backstory up to now. I got 10 slides and 6 of them are backstory. So yeah, here we go. Lady Stark. So this is in the first book. After kidnapping Tyrion Lannister, Catelyn Stark arrives at the Gates of the Moon. She is ordered to ascend to the Eyrie by Lady Lysa Arryn. Mya assists Catelyn to sky using her mules. After which Lady Stark ascends to the Eyrie in a basket. Mya tells Cat that she is in love with a squire named Michael Redfort and hopes to marry him when he is made a knight. Oh no. Cat believes that it's unlikely to happen. It is. And Mya is a baseborn, and House Redfort descends from the first men nobility. Yeah, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but Cat's right on that. We live in a horrible society! Yay! Well, we do too, but they do as well. We also live in a horrible society, but they live in a pretty bad one. A pretty awful. Their society makes ours look good. That's how bad it has to be. So, yeah. That's like kind of most of it. So the first time we ever meet her is when she's escorting Catelyn, and we hear about her being in love with this dude and all that stuff. So we don't see her again for a long time until Feast for Crows is the first time we see her again, and it's from Elaine's perspective, so Sansa's perspective. So Gossip Girls. Later on, when Sansa is in the Vale pretending to be Elaine Stone, the bastard daughter of Peter Davidson, after riding the basket down to Sky, Elaine and the rest of the household begin their descent on mules led by Mya Stone. Accompanying them is Lady Miranda Royce, Lord Nestor's daughter. Randa! She keeps Miranda Royce. Randa! Call me Randa! All right. I read these books too much. Randa is a natural gossip and tells Elaine tons of stuff. Oh, did you hear this and this and this? Oh, did you hear we have a new High Sparrow? Cool, I don't care. Did you hear that Jon Snow is Lord Commander? Who? Oh, all right. You guys might know what I'm talking about. So, Randa likes to gossip a lot. So, tons of stuff. Their banter eventually, I wrote externally, eventually turns to Mya and how she lost her virginity to Michael. Mya still hoped for marriage, but her betrothed, Sir Michael Redfort, recently married one of Lord Bronn Royce's daughters, Ysilla Royce. Boo! So she even gave up her maidenhead to this knight, and he's marrying a Royce. So that stinks for Mya. I feel bad for her. Elaine reveals that Sir Luther Brune likes Mya, but doesn't believe that the bastard daughter of Robert Baratheon is aware. And also, Luther Brune's like old. Do you guys want me to cover Luther Brune? I thought about it, but I already covered Oswell Went in like a lot of their stories kind of tie together. They both work for Peter Baelish. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should. You guys want me to cover Luther Brune? Let me know. All right. Winter. Mya informs young Robert that Lady Elaine Anya. Oh my God. Mya informs young Robert that Lady Anya Waynwood's party has arrived at the Gates of the Moon for the tourney of the Brotherhood of Winged Knights. Okay, so Winds of Winter. Ooh, I usually do say my thing before we get into Winds of Winter, but since it's Winds of Winter, these are all from Elaine's sample chapters. We do not know if that's, there were sample chapters. It's not published. Maybe he's changing it. Maybe he's taking them all out. We don't know what's going on. So take these with a little bit of salt. That's all. So take this whole slide with a little bit of salt. Elaine notices that Mya is unhappy with Michael's presence at the castle. I don't blame her. That's understandable. And also that the base-born girl seems nervous around nobility. That stinks for Mya. Poor Mya Stone. She's so cool. She shouldn't be nervous around nobility. She's freaking a good former king's daughter. Dang it. All right. Final slide, and I got some predictions here. So, yeah, let's get to them. Some theories. So not predictions. Well, kind of. But yeah. So being bastard of Robert, she is surprisingly absent of most of the story. And even more surprisingly, there isn't a ton of theories about her. I did find some, but you think there'd be a bunch. Like, like Gerald Dane has 1 million, and he's like not a bastard daughter. He doesn't seem that important. You would just think that she'd be a hotbed for theories, is what I'm saying. There isn't a ton of theories, or at least that I can find. I did look. Her being close to Baelish when he has those tapestries or whatever that might prove the Baratheon seed strongness or whatever might mean that she might be a pawn in Peter's game. So what I mean by that is maybe when, maybe at some point, because we don't know what these tapestries are about, but they might be to prove that Joffrey and Marcella and Tom and Joffrey's dead, but Tom and Marcella are bastard kids, and maybe he's gonna try to legitimize a bastard, and it might be Mya Stone. I don't know. Maybe she might be a pawn in Peter Baelish's game. That's what I'm saying. Okay. There is also a tinfoil one that I found. So I don't believe this one at all, but it's fun. It's fun. But I don't think this will happen. But who knows? Who knows? Knows. Words. Don't you like words? There's also a tinfoil one I found on a Reddit post by SA855. Is that a Sabs? claim I don't read how to read that kind of speak, but 855 claiming she might be a dragon rider, mostly because she has dragon blood from the Baratheon side. So she does have dragon blood. The Baratheons have been married to the Targaryens a lot, but even semi recently with Aegon the Unworthy's daughter being married after the Baratheons. So yeah, a lot of people don't realize that like Robert Baratheon and Rhaegar are like cousins. You know, like they are pretty connected. The Baratheons have always been. I mean, the first Baratheon was a bastard brother of Aegon the Conqueror, right? But something that they bring up in the theory is that Brown Ben Plum only has like 2 drops of dragon blood further way back. It's not 2 drops of dragon blood. If he does have 2 drops, it's literally at one point one of his ancestors was pure Targaryen because it would have been two Targaryen cousins, and they just make it look like a plum. But that came out wrong. But anyways, if Brown Ben Plum has the dragons like him, then maybe the dragons will like Mya because of her dragon blood. Ask Quentin Martell how that went. But anyways, okay. Mostly because she has some dragon blood from her Baratheon side. In the post, they map out a blueprint, which is insane. So this is some of the. I didn't include all of it, but this is some of the stuff. So, Sansa reveals her true identity. She and Harry the Heir, after they get married, which I don't even know if that will happen, travel to Winterfell to assert her claim with their entire household, including Mya. So they bring Mya to the north. And Stannis the Menace just gives Sansa the north. Then the wall goes down. And then one of Dany's dragons just senses it and leaves and bonds with Mya. And yeah, it's a fun, goofy prediction, but yeah, I don't see that happening in a million years. But yeah, it's fun, it's cute, I like it. I do think that she'll be important in the end. Yeah, I might not be able to predict how she's going to be important, but I do think that Mya Stone will come up again. So yeah, that's everything, guys. That's my whole video. Thanks for watching. Mya Stone, that's a big name. All right, woo! I'm covering some big characters. Wow. It's about as big as I can go. I'm hurting my back because it's too big of a character. Mya Stone. Cool character. I really do like Mya Stone a lot. I definitely have affinity for her, and whenever I read a chapter that I know she's in, I get a little excited. I'm like, I like Mya Stone. She seems cool. She just hangs out with her mules. They all have names. She's like, Mountain's my dad, and my mules are my friends or brothers. Like, she's just chill. She's chill like that. So yeah, what do you guys think of Mya Stone? Do you have any predictions? Do you have any characters you want me to cover? And that's it. Do you feel bad for her that the freaking Redford dude went and married a Royce? What a jerk. Nah, he's not a jerk. He was probably forced to. He can't just marry the person he loves. Dumb society. All right. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you're new here, sup, man? Please comment. I respond to all my comments. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Go climb a mountain. Peace.